Okay, Judy, so just for today's videos, what we're going to get out of this is trying to be able to visualize when you're spelling out the notes of the chord. So in the key of F, when we're starting off on the chord F, we're on the note F right now. And we're just going to take what we already know about the construction of a chord. We start on the root note, right? And it's a major chord. So we're going to move up 2 whole steps or a major third for the first note above it. So the root note and then a major third above it. And we've just spelled out the first 2 notes of that chord. Okay? And because we know it's a major chord, we know there's a major third on the bottom and then a minor third above it. Okay? Now, what I want you to do when you're playing this is put your first finger on the root, move the first finger up 2 whole steps or a major third with your first finger, and then for the minor third, I want you to put your pinky down. Okay, because it's going to be a perfect fit with 1 finger on each fret that's in a position. So what I want you to do is when you go from the second note of the chord to the third note of the chord, just go and put your pinky down. So you're going up 3 frets. So once again, you have F. What am I doing here? F, up 2 whole steps, a major third, and then up a minor third with your pinky. And you just spelled out the notes of the F major chord. F, A, C. Alright, then I want you to come back down. So we'll start on F, F, A, C with the pinky, back down to the A again with your first finger, and then back down to F. And that's how you spell out those notes that make up the major chord. Major chord. F, A, C, A, F. Alright, you don't necessarily have to get all the note names right now, but really focus on seeing that pattern, being able to go up from the first note, and then you visualize where the next one's going, up 2 whole steps or a major third, then pinky drops a minor third above it, and then come back down. Alright, so that's for the F chord. Now, in any blues form, you've got the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. In F major, we got to worry about the F chord, the B flat chord, and the C chord. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing we did on F major, and we're going to do it on the B flat chord now. So B flat. And you're going to start off on the B flat with your first finger. Then I want you to visualize you're going to go up a major third, or 2 whole steps, with your first finger. And then this may be tricky at first, but I want you to put your pinky down, up a minor third to the 5th of that chord. Back down to your first finger, and then back down to B flat. Okay, if I were you, when you come back down, I'd kind of think about where you're going before you move. So you're thinking B flat, up a major third, put the pinky down, back down to your first finger, and then think B flat, and you're good to go. Okay, next would be the 5 chord. We'll start on C. C, up a major third with your first finger, pinky drops, this is awkward, minor third, back down to first finger, and then move it back to C. Okay, now I just want you to work on that exercise each one at a time. I don't even necessarily want you to put that into any sort of jam track quite yet. Okay, ideally it would be cool if you can do it in the blues form order, but really more than anything I want you to focus on, in fact, let's not do that for this one. Let's just go F, B flat, C, and do the same thing for each chord. You're going to go 3 notes on each chord, and then just do it again. And so that way, this is just a warm-up to get you used to playing these notes and getting used to that, kind of visualizing it. Alright, so that'll pretty much do it initially, but let's take it a step further. I want you to add the notes on the 5th string. So because this B flat and this C up here are kind of awkward and up high by the time you get to the next note in the chord, the last note, then let's add the B flat here instead. So if you can do the exact same thing for that B flat, you put the B flat down, okay, you're going to spell out, you're going to move up a major third, and then you can put your pinky down. And you just played all 3 notes of the chord. Come back down, first finger, and then put it back on B flat. Alright, we're going to do the same thing on C. Here's C. Move up a major third. Put your pinky down. You just played the 5th, which is a minor third. Back down to the first finger. And then back down to C. Okay, so that'll do that one. And then I want you to play it in a blues form. So you're going to start on F. You're going to start on the F down here, and I want you to play the first note of the chord, up a major third, put your pinky down, back down to your first finger, and then back down to F. Alright? Now let's move it up to the fourth. So we go to the B flat on the 5th string. Up a major third, put your pinky down, back down to your first finger, back down to B flat. Now we're going to go to the 1 chord again. F. Up a major third, pinky, back down to your first finger, back down to the root F. Okay, we just did 1, 4, 1. Now we're going to do the 5, 4, 1. So we go to 5, which is the C, up a major third, pinky, back down to your first finger, and move it back to C. Here comes the 4. Move it up a major third, back down to your first finger, back down to B flat, and back down to the root. Okay, so all together, that one, which is, I'm going to call that the second exercise. So the first exercise, you're just getting used to playing. The second exercise, we're really trying to get that to be played while you're listening to a jam track eventually. Okay, so if you're listening to the jam track, you'd have to do it a little faster. In fact, it may not be time to do the jam track. I want you to think in terms of jam track. It'd have to be so slow right now because we're doing, you'd have to be able to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. But by the time we get to the 5 chord and the 4 chord, it could be a little quick. So maybe for this week, let's just do it in order, just like we did a second ago. And I'm going to go through it one more time, and you can just kind of watch me. The 1 chord, 4 chord, 2, back to the 1 chord. Now the 5 chord, back to the 4 chord, and back to the 1 chord. Okay? And the third exercise I want you to do is instead of coming back to the 1 down here, I want you to start thinking that there's other Fs we can use. So we have an F right here on the 4th string, and the rule still applies with this. You can still play an F, move up a major third, then put your pinky down for the 5th, back down to your first finger, and then move back down to F. Okay? That's just the same as playing the F down here. Sounds the same, just up an octave. So what I want you to do is, for the third exercise, you're going to play everything the way we just did. But on that last one measure there, I want you to play the higher F. So it'll sound like this. 1 chord, 4 chord, back down to 1 chord. Now we're going to play the 5th chord, 4th chord. Now let's go up to the F above it on the 4th string. And that'd be 1 cycle through, and then you play it all over again. Okay? I know that's a little quick, but that's what I want you to do this week for that. So what you do for part 4 is just play it all on the 1st string, just to get used to playing a melody that's a little less of a thump, 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 thump sound. So you'd start up on the F. Let me get this so you can see it. You'd start up on the F, go up a major third, put your pinky down, back down to first finger, and back down to the root. Then for B flat, you do the same thing. And then for the C, you do the same thing. Okay? Now, you don't have to do that necessarily in the blues form right now, but I want you to experiment with it, see what you think. That should get you through. There's no PDF this week. It's just getting used to these notes, moving around, and starting to see what we can do now that we know thirds, chord construction, and how they're all related to each other in the blues form. So if you have any questions, let me know. Bye.